y'all, welcome back to my channel, and today we are talking about eyelashes, and we are talking about how to get them standing up straight and curled and beautiful on a budget, because I'm not about to go pay all that money for eyelash extensions and then have to go get them redone all the time. So a nice alternative to that is to perm your eyelashes, and also known as a lash lift. And so I ordered a kit off of eBay from China. It was only $10, sent it to me. It took a little bit to get here. It probably took like 3 to 4 weeks to show up at my house, but it was okay when it got here. It wasn't broken or anything, and it was cheap to send here, so I wasn't complaining. So I purchased the kit, and I also purchased silicone perming rods that this girl, I watched her video and she said she preferred those over the ones that came in the kit, so I wanted to try both. I got those, tried them out. They were horrendous. I did not like them. They never stuck to my eye, but the ones that come in the kit I will talk about during the demo. But they come and they're sticky, and you can cut them if you want to. I don't, but they stick much better. Your eyelashes stick to them. So I just like the ones that come in the kit, and you can repurchase those on eBay or AliExpress or wherever for super cheap. So now I just want to talk a little bit about the kit that I bought, and it is from this brand that I cannot pronounce, Meisheng. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it comes with this. And then the inside of the kit looks like this, and it comes with 3 bottles of the perming solution, 3 bottles of the setting solution, 2 bottles of the restoring oil, and 2 bottles of the cleaning agent to get all the stuff off. Also, it comes with 2 packages of the little perming rods. So for $10 I got all of that, and I have permed my eyelashes now 3 times, and I have barely made a dent in all of that. I'm probably going to be using this kit for a really long time. So, I mean, for $10 you get to perm your eyelashes like, I don't know, maybe like 20 times instead of paying a lot of money to get eyelash extensions put in. So that's just a plus to me. I was a little worried about buying it, like $10, is it like gonna ruin my eyelashes? Is it gonna burn them? Is it gonna make them crazy? But it did not, so I'm thankful. Just some of the other things that I used in this video: I used micellar water to clean up around my eyes and get it off, because you don't want to use anything too oily or too stripping to where it's going to take off the agents that you just put on your eyelashes, because you do want them to set about 12 hours after you perm them. Like, just like perming your hair, you don't want to get your hair wet. So I usually do this at night, and I will spend about an hour, do both of my eyes, and then I will let the perming stuff sit on my eyes throughout the night and wait until the next day to wash my face, put on makeup, etc. I will say that after you take everything off, your eyelashes will still have eyelash glue in them, and they will still have stuff in them. Even though you clean them pretty well, your eyes will be sticky until you wash them. But I just say don't wash them, just wait the 12 hours and see about washing your face then. Another thing that I used in this video are the LAB mascara wands. I've mentioned these in my brushes video. I'll link that below. But these are just disposable mascara wands that I use to comb through my eyelashes throughout the process, while my eyes were on the rods, afterwards, before, just to prep my eyelashes and make sure they're all spread out and even. The eyelash glue that I used in this video is the Esqido Companion Eyelash Glue, which, if you've heard me in my tutorials, I absolutely love this stuff. It is perfect, and it really keeps your eyelashes on. But I would say that this can be a little harsh when you put it on your eyelids and then stick the sticky rod onto it, and then when you're trying to take it off, it kind of does tug on your eyes a little bit, makes them just a tiny bit irritated. Not hurtful irritated, just like red, like you've got some redness because you've been pulling on your eyes, because I have never had any burning or hurt while I have been doing this to my eyes, just as a warning. So I use this eyelash glue as a wand, which makes it really easy to put on my eyes. Any eyelash glue would work for this process. I just had this one on hand, and so that's what I use. Also, you're going to need just some Q-tips. You go through a lot of Q-tips during this process, but everybody knows those are super cheap. So just have a handful on hand so you can use that during the process as well. Now that I have talked about the kit and all the things that I use, I want to show you guys the demo of how I do this whole entire process. It's super easy, but I do suggest doing one whole eye and then going on to the other eye after after you kind of have set the first one. If you do both at the same time and you're trying to do everything, it can be difficult to keep your eyelashes on the curling rods, and everything gets kind of hectic, and then you have both your eyes like taped up like back to the back of your head, so then you look really crazy and it's hard to see. So I suggest doing one eye and then getting it all set and then starting the other eye and kind of going back and forth, spending your time. I just use my phone as a timer, and yeah. Alright, so now I'm just going to show you guys the demo of how I do this, and if you have any questions, leave them below, but the process is super simple, super easy, so we're just going to get on to that.
Alright y'all, first we're going to go in with some eyelash glue. This one is from Esqido, but you can use any eyelash glue, and you're going to go right along your eyelash line and just put a very thin coat of eyelash glue just so your rod will stick to your eye. You want to put a little extra on the inner corner because it can tend to lift off your eye there, but very thin so it's easy to get off later. Then you're going to take a perming rod. These ones come from the kit themselves. So you're just going to need 2 of those for each of your eyes, and what I do is take one off and bend it a little bit so it fits the shape of my eye better, and then you're going to go and try to get this on your eye without your eyelashes sticking to it, which is the difficult part of this entire process because you don't want your eyelashes to get all sideways and whatnot. You want them to be perfectly spread out and attached to the perm rod. So now what you're going to do after you get this on is put a tiny amount of eyelash glue onto the rod. It's already sticky, but you just have to have a little more glue to keep your eyelashes on there, and then you're just going to press your eyelashes up onto the rod so they stick and they're curled back, and you have to keep kind of going back and forth adding some glue and pushing your eyelashes until they all stick to the rod. Alright, now that all of your eyelashes are stuck to the perming rod, you are going to grab the first solution, which is the perming solution, and grab a Q-tip, and you're just going to apply this very generously to the part of your eyelashes you want to curl. Be careful not to put this on the ends of your eyelashes. You don't want to fry the ends of your hairs on your eyes. That would be bad. So try to keep this on the lower 75% of your eyelashes. Alrighty, once you have fully coated your lashes with this solution, you're going to let this set for 15 minutes. Okay, after that has set, we're going to take a Q-tip with some micellar cleansing water and just clean off that agent that was on there before so we can prep our lashes for the next solution. Alright, step number 2 is we are going in with the setting solution on another new Q-tip, and we are going to generously apply this to our eyelashes in the same portion that we just applied the perming solution, and we're going to let this set for about 15 minutes as well, just to really set that perm into place and keep your eyelashes all curled and pretty. Okay, after that has set for 15 minutes, you're going to go in with another Q-tip with some micellar water to clean this off as well, prepping our lashes for step number 3. If your eyelashes start coming off the perming rod at this point, it's okay. The perm is already set into your eyelashes, so don't worry about that. Okie dokie, step number 3 is the restoring oil. This is optional, you don't have to do this step, but I like it, and you just put this all over your eyelashes. It kind of gives them some moisture back into them after the perm solution that you just used on them is kind of harsh, so this gives them a little life, and we're just going to set that for 3 minutes. Quickly, I just used some micellar water to get the excess oil off. I don't want to take all of it off. And now we're going to step 4, which is the cleaning agent, and we are going to start taking our eyelashes off the perming rod. This is the most painful part, I guess. It's not super painful, but it is glued to your eyelid, so work carefully, work at it, and you can even use micellar water on this part. You just don't want to take your fingers and rip off your perming rod. It will rip your eyelashes out, and that is not a fun experience, so be gentle when you're doing this step and try not to mess up the perm that you just did. I would also like to mention that this perm lasts about a month on my eyes, as I've learned. You can just tell when your eyelashes don't look as perky, and that's when you need to redo it. So it kind of just depends on your eyelashes how long they're going to hold the perm. Okay, once you get the perming rod off, take some more of that cleaning agent and try to get as much glue and gunk out of your eyelashes as you can. Unfortunately, this is going to stay on your eyes until you wash your eyes, but you want to try to avoid washing your eyes, like I mentioned earlier, for about 12 hours. I even comb through them here to separate them and get some more stuff out, but you really want to let your perm set in your eyelashes before you put any water or soap on them.
So you saw the difference on my before and after. It just really lifts up your eyelashes, makes them curl, makes them stand out a little bit more. So if you have really straight eyelashes, I would suggest working on this because it will help you, I promise. Also on the back of the kit, it gives you instructions, and it also gives you a time frame of how long you're supposed to keep everything on. I just did everything in the middle. So like if it said 12 to 18, I did 15. And so I did 15, 15 in 3 minutes. But if you have harder to curl eyelashes, they say you're supposed to leave it on longer. And if you have fair, you know, really easy to curl eyelashes, they say to leave it on for less time. So just go to according to what you think your eyelashes are like. I think my eyelashes are pretty normal length, normal thickness, normal everything. So if you think yours are like mine, then I would just go with the 15, 15, 3. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you do have any comments, please leave them below. Follow me on Instagram at XOXO_EmilyW. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video.